So, if you don't remember, I made that whole shebang about the Cyber Monday. Basically, they changed it. So, previous years, Cyber Monday, it used to be every 30 minutes, there'd be a new item listed on the supply depot. And then this year, they changed it so that they moved it from... or a lot of the items away from the supply depot onto the featured auction house. Now, they did make a really good change, which is that they are listing items on the supply depot every single day now, which is very nice. But that wasn't really... I don't think that was even told... Oh, no, it was. They did mention that in the initial post. But a lot of the problem was, like, people were not happy with it going onto the featured auctions. There was a lot of community feedback about it, and one of the community people, Sylveon, set up a survey link where people can respond to some questions about it and give their feedback on the changes and how that's sitting with them. So it looks like roughly about 90 responses across all of their questions. Sylveon has very nicely set it up in a Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Charts thing. I don't know. But we can see like directly the results of what people thought. So let me zoom in a little bit because we can get these a bit bigger. Why is it jumps from like too small to too big. Anyway, this is pretty decent, I think. Okay, so first of all, how do they come across the form, which is the link that Sylveon posted? Most came from Discord servers. Jeez, 85%. That is a lot. The next biggest looks like referral from a friend at 7.8%. It's kind of surprising as well. Mentions about it in-game has like nothing. A specific Discord post, I guess, is linked as well. And then the Spiral Knights forum post. I feel like the Spiral Knights forums has really taken a dip in terms of activity. Like, not many people use it anymore these days. A lot of people are just on the Discord servers. Hello, points! Cheers to that. And you can see that like in the Spiral Knights forums, there's just barely anything being posted these days. It used to be like all of the categories got posts. Now, let's take a look when it loads. So announcements, last post was in December. General discussion is the only place where people post. So there's one this month. New recruits, December as well. But then September for Arsenal, December for Treasure Vault, Guild recruitment, November last year. Coliseum 2022 was the most recent post. That's crazy. The merchant post, the bazaar, is where a lot of people post all the time, so I'm not surprised. That one's quite up there. Wiki editors 2023. I don't know if anyone is editing the wiki anymore. Suggestions, July last year. And then graveyard is, I mean, it's graveyard, so it doesn't quite count. But as you can see, there, like, it used to be every single day there'd be like a new post in each of these sections. There'd be multiple posts in like general discussion, that type of thing. Now it's like one a month. It's very sparse and thin. So this isn't too surprising, but I am a little bit surprised at like just seeing it visually. Like, man, a lot of the Spiral Knights players have really moved into Discord servers as the way to stay up to date with Spiral Knights, I guess. What type of Spiral Knights player best fits you? Casual player, 61.1%. Followed up by hardcore farmer, a speedrunner, challenge runner. Hell yeah, community artist, dude. These get so small. A merchant is that's a pretty big percentage. Out of 90 responses, that's probably like 5 at least. Community Discord staff. There's a lot of options, it looks like. A lot of casual players though, which, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Although, it kind of surprises me that so many casual players are replying to the forum a little bit. I don't know. Are you a student working on-site or online or unemployed? Calling out the people. I want to see how many people were unemployed. I want to see that first. Okay, the light blue, 8.9%. Not that many. Okay, school student, only 7.8. Man, the Spiral Knights demographic has really shifted in age, I feel like. People have just gotten older, then it's just the same people playing the game, but everyone's just a bit older, I feel like. There's not that many youngins these days. A lot of college, university students. A surprising amount of people working on-site or from home. That's, to be honest, the majority of the player base is working. And then if they're not working, they're studying. That's like the vast majority. That's crazy. None of your business. Oh! No, that's light green. That's a different color green. Imagine if the none of your business was this dark green. That'd be so funny. All right, how much time do you have in a day on average to play the game, farm, or merch? Out of 90 responses, 64% said 1 to 3 hours. I think I even responded 1 to 3 hours, which isn't really that accurate. I mean, I'm online for a lot, but like in terms of actual playtime, it's pretty accurate. 5+ hours, less than 1 hour. It's a bit standard. All day, 12 plus hours is pretty much all day. Who's like not all day at that point? Like that is your whole day. What are you talking about? It feels weird that there's a distinction here. All right, what is your usual go-to farming means in Spiral Nights? King of Ashes, Vanajuke, what we were just doing, yay! Very big. IMF is a tiny sliver, no one does that. Arcade is actually very big. Damn, very big. Jelly King is pretty small as well, I'm kind of surprised by that. And then Merching is very large. Dreams and Nightmares. I mean, all of these are too slow. Visa no Jutsu. Very nice. Are you a merchant in the game? The biggest percentile. I only sell a few items once in a while. Yeah, I feel like that is pretty accurate for most people. I only sell one-off item as and when I get them. I only trade with friends. 10% of people only trade with friends? 11% don't sell items at all. That's crazy. This has to be like 8% at least, 7 or 8% undercutting merchants. I don't know what it says. By trying to win, I'm guessing prices at a lower cost. That's funny. Okay. What would you consider an expensive price range for a single item? This I'm really interested in. The highest percentage is 45k. That's a lot. That is 100 US. Technically, if you're going like straight to conversion rate into real life money. I feel like that's pretty expensive for a single item. The next up was green at 10k. That's interesting, 20k. I think I put like 20k. Because 20k is about like $50, which I would say is expensive for a single item, but yeah, it seems like it's all around that range. 5k, even 5k is expensive to some people. 3.5k, 1k energy is expensive? 1k energy cannot be, that's crazy. 9% said 200k, those guys are bowlers. All right, how often do you use the auction house? Biggest percentage, daily or once in a while check-ins. That's pretty much me as well. Only when I want to buy or sell something. Only when I have money on hand. Never. It's pretty slim. And then I'm always using the auction house. Jeez, 17.8%. People are just logging in to only do the auction house, I guess. Damn, I did not. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's always people standing around the in Haven just looking at the auction house. It just surprises me to see that's... Yeah, 17.8%. That's crazy. All right. Which of the following Spiral Nights Discord servers are you in? The biggest is Cosmo's Backpack, which I think that makes the most sense because it's... Yeah, the merching one. I think that's probably the most important if you're just like... Even just casually playing the game, it's really handy to have. Then the Arcade. Haven is very close by. Not too far at all. 76%, 71%, 77%. Snipe Garden, Fortune Knights, Furnace, all pretty low down there. Guild Discord servers. Half the player base in a guild Discord server. Pretty good, pretty good. What is your primary method for trading? The auction house at 37.8%. This is a big chunk. It's probably the easiest. It's the most direct. So I feel like it makes sense. Cosmo's Backpack as well. Then trading with through the help of friends. Spiral Knights trade chat. It all kind of makes sense. It's kind of what you expect. I don't know. That's pretty standard, I feel like. Did you have the bulk of your funds in crowns or in energy prior to November 26? This is like January 6th, the raid on the capital. It's like the same date. This is our 9/11. Crowns, 40%, energy, 52%, items to trade. Most people had it in energy. Yeah, that makes sense. This turned out to be less of a problem. So a lot of the worries was, with the changes of most of the Cyber Monday items moving to the auction house, that a lot of the energy that people have been hoarding would just go to waste, as in you'd have to convert it. It didn't turn out to be too much of a problem because of the once a day new item on auction on the supply depot. Like there's always something that you can use energy for now, so It's not actually too bad of a problem. And I believe they did. I reckon. I think there's no way to verify this, but I think that they did cap out the trade price of energy because it seemed to be stagnant at about 4,500 crowns per 100 energy, and it kept like dropping down. It kept looking like it was going to go below that, but then kept buffering back up to a flat 4,500, which I just feel like it's too specific a number. All right, what type of items are you primarily interested in buying during flash sales? The biggest is accessories. Guildhall furniture, me! Only 18%. Come on, guys. Accessories, costumes, weapon reskins. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm surprised craftable equipment. Are you really buying craftable equipment from flash sales? I don't know if that makes sense. Battle sprite reskins, prize boxes. I am surprised prize boxes was very low, to be honest. I feel like prize boxes are pretty good to buy. Fire crystals, shadow keys, then everything else is kind of lower. Why does silver keys have a crying emoji? Okay. Wait, there's two silver keys. There's silver keys crying emoji and then silver keys again. Okay. What would you say would be the best qualitative measures of what makes a good flash sale? Ooh, good question. Except I can't read them. Rare items are posted on sale at 90%. Expensive items are posted on sale. I'm guessing at cheap prices. The next biggest would be this one. Costume builders get needed items, I'm guessing. Items that are wanted or sought after are listed. Eventful nature of the sales. 35 responses, that's pretty good. I really miss the event aspect of the cyber sales, but I guess people mostly care about having rare items and expensive items that are cheaper. And I guess getting specific items. So that's fair enough. Have you posted a wishlist for the recent Cyber Monday on its forum thread? Yes, no, only 20%. I feel like, yeah, not that many people... I feel like not that many people believe in it. So like, there's no point posting a wishlist. It's like saying, you know, a wishlist when you're a kid to Santa, then it's just your parents, and your parents look at it and it's like, they're just not going to get you the items. They're just not going to get you the things that you want, you know? They're going to get you some educational thing. If you're unavailable to log on to purchase an item or are lacking funds for an item during a flash sale, do you have friends who are able to or willing to purchase the item on your behalf? Yes, at 29%, maybe at 32%. That's about 60% of the play base can pretty much get it covered. 38% say no. My thing with this though is that you could buy it from a merchant afterwards, which I think says here, yeah. If you're still unable to purchase your desired item during a flash sale, would you be able / willing to buy the item from a merchant who may have bought it during the flash sale with the intent of reselling? Yes, definitely. Only 14%. And then a big chunk is only if there's little to no markup. That makes sense. Depends on multiple factors. Only if it's an item I'm desperate for. All right. Fair. No, seems like that's about 3 to 4% there. My music stopped. Let's add something else on now. Very chill. Maybe too chill. Okay, have you attempted to bid on featured auctions before / how often? Yes, I bid on them regularly at the smallest margin. Okay, that makes sense to me. I feel like it's almost pointless. Okay, I only attempt at featured auctions if I have the money for it at 11%. I only bid on featured auctions if an item I want shows up. That's at 25.6%. Fair. I mean, why are you bidding on stuff that you don't want, you know? Unless you, I guess if you resell. I bid on featured auctions occasionally. I've only bid casually to attempt, but not seriously. That's the bucket that I fall in. Because I just know it's like, it's just, I'm not going to win. No, I've not bid on featured auctions ever. Damn. Quarter of the responses. Pretty much. Have you ever won a featured auction before? No at 60%, yes at 40%. That's honestly, it's more than I would expect. Especially given that almost half of the people like don't even bid seriously. So it seems like the people who want to bid are winning, which is good. What type of featured auctions do you normally bid on? Regularly scheduled items, occasionally scheduled items, I feel like neither of these for me. Event-based auctions, sometimes. Cyber Monday featured auctions. Wow, so many, all of the above. Okay. Did you attempt to bid on an item in the featured auction for Cyber Monday or Thanksgiving? Yes, at 37%. No, at 60. Yeah, see, like, damn. Over half the player base, like almost 2/3 of the player base just don't even bother bidding. Or at least didn't bother bidding in the last Cyber Monday. That's crazy. What is your satisfaction on the items that were posted on sale for these featured auctions? For a full list of items and their prices, you can refer to Cosmos Backpack Discord server. Satisfaction. I'm thinking 5 is the most satisfied, 1 is the least, and then 3 is middle. So very much towards the negative end. What is your satisfaction on the final sale price of items on these featured auctions? Damn. 1 with 50%. Jeez. 60% of responses. Damn. Yeah, very, very few people. This one person, 1.2% is like, yeah, it's fair. There was an item, Snarblac's Maskgrave pod, sold for 40 million on the featured auction last Cyber Monday. That's a lot. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Items should be posted more on featured auction because they should be intentionally rare. Over half of players disagree with that. Wholeheartedly. Wow, that's actually... Like, items should be posted more on featured auctions because they should be intentionally rare. I actually kind of agree with this. If it's an item that should be rare, I think featured auction is probably the place to go for it. But the question's a little confusing to read. Should be posted more on featured auction because they should be intentionally rare. I mean, only if they are meant to be intentionally rare. It's not like all items should be rare. How much do you agree with this sentiment? I can never win a featured auctions because they always sell for too much and there's always someone richer than me at 70%. So real. 4.4% of bowlers, they don't even care. But yeah, almost... Damn. What is that? 85% at 4 or 5 agree with that. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Featured auctions will only ever be won by merchants or whales, and merchants will just resell them for higher because they're even more rare now. And that's a 76% sentiment. That's something that I said in my video, and I definitely feel that way. Seems like most of the community agrees with me. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Featured auctions are inaccessible to me because they always end at an inconvenient time in my zone. Very, very mixed. A quarter, yes. The majority in, like, kind of neither. That's very spread. What just happened? I just lost my spot a lot. A little bit long. There we go. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Featured auctions should be removed entirely. Whoa. I mean, 15% think it should be removed entirely. It's kind of crazy. I feel like there is some useful featured auctions, but on like super rare items, I feel like maybe, and like cosmetic stuff. Damn, 36% think you should just get removed entirely. This is like the majority of the player base seem to be leaning towards just get rid of them completely. That's crazy to me. That's really surprising. Yeah, wow. They're really not working the way that they intended then, if this is what the community is feeling. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Cosmetic items that multiple people may want to use should not be gatekept behind featured auctions. 60.7%, very high. I think, personally, I'm a little mixed on this one. I don't remember what I said, but it really depends. Like, I think there is a use, you know, if it's a super rare item, it's cosmetic only, it doesn't improve gameplay. It's like, I think it's fine if it's super rare. That being said, it is very frustrating when, like, you know, so let's say like a prismatic set or something that you really want for a costume set is just locked away and just randomly very inaccessible. One of the things that like frustrates me is the gun puppy pod. I really want to buy that, the one that looks like Raumus twins, for my Drakon, but it's just super rare and expensive. I'm like, I'm not going to drop 20 million on it, and it just feels inaccessible to me. And that's something that I wish I had more of. But at the same time, I recognize it's very, like, it is cosmetic only. I'm kind of fine with it being that expensive. I don't know. I do think it should be cheaper, but, you know, maybe like 5 mil top. I just think the problem is that the prices are just so insanely expensive at the top end. Like 40 million for a Sprite pod is bonanza. That's just crazy. I feel like if the top end of prices were lower, I think people wouldn't be as fussed about this. But then that's how you keep it gate kept, is that it keeps going higher. So maybe I do agree with this. Because by nature of making it super rare, it drives the prices up to a point where it is inaccessible and very disheartening to see. So it kind of makes sense. I think I'm rounding out to this. Hey, thank you for the follow. Costco 150 hot dog. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good time. Nice to see you, and thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Lion's Den. All right, next one. How much do you agree with this sentiment? Featured auction items should not be easily available enough to be practically free handouts, but also should not be exorbitantly expensive and out of reach eternally. They should not be easy. This is more what I think. Should not be easy available, but should not be exorbitantly expensive. Yeah, I would agree with this. This is more skewed than this one, which is interesting. That surprises me as well. Just saw your video ending the market crash. Well, perfect timing, because this is pretty much directly on it. Nice timing. This is community feedback on the... actually, I should change the title. Community feedback on the Cyber Monday changes and just seeing how people reacted to it. I didn't set this up. This was set up by Sylveon. So shout out Sylveon. They set up like a Google Doc sheet to go through this and let people respond. Here it is, so you can see there. You're in the Lion's Den clan, no way. Hey, hell yeah. More Lion's Den people. Fog. How much do you agree with the sentiment? Featured auction items should not be easily available. I just read that one. Having rare cosmetic items exclusive to be featured auction only hurts the game's economy and costume diversity. This is like, the responses here confuse me a bit, because this feels very similar to this question. Because that's the result. Like, rare cosmetic items exclusive to featured auction only hurts the game's economy, costume diversity. And that's only 43% agree with that sentiment. But then 60% say that they should not be used to gatekeep. It's the same thing, I feel like. It's almost the same question, but just asked in a different way. So I'm surprised the responses are so different. Although I guess this is saying, you know, do you think it hurts the game's economy and costume diversity? I would be more inclined to agree with this one than the other one, to be honest. I think it really hurts the economy, because it's just driving all the prices up to a point where you don't even want to grind for it, I feel like. Did you purchase any items from the supply depot within the span of November 26th until the current date? I did. Pretty split, 50%, 50%. I feel like, to be honest, if you're participating in the Cyber Monday, I think everybody should have a chance to buy something that they are interested in. Like, I think it should be an event for pretty much everyone. I would want this to be, like, at worst, a 25-75% no yes. So I feel like this is a pretty good indication that it's not really working as intended, because, yeah, I feel like it should be more accessible to everybody. If no to the above question, what is your reason for not purchasing anything? Well, let's see. Biggest at 20%. No item on sale caught my interest. Rough. I'm saving up to wait for something particular at 18%. I guess that makes sense. I hadn't saved up in advance of Cyber Monday. 18%. Sag. Only 50 responses though. Fall Leafy Aura. Oh, so here we go. So this is the they did ask questions about each of the individual items and how people felt about it. I'm just going to go through these pretty quickly. So it seems like Fall Leafy Aura people were somewhat happy with. It's very like mixed, but I guess people didn't really care too much. Color Snow Hats, I feel like the price was a bit too expensive, and that seems to be the same as what the community sentiment is, although a fair chunk is in the middle, so it's kind of nothing. Dangerous Prize Box, I thought that was good. A bit expensive again, but solid. It's a good box. Standard Color Stream Caps, 9005 energy. This is... It's like people either really dislike them or really didn't mind and felt like it was fine. I feel like it's a bit expensive, but maybe I'm crazy. Ashtail Slippers. I thought these were fine, to be honest. Surprisingly very... Yeah, more negatives than the rest, I guess, but it is very spread out. Sealed Pauldrons. This one surprised me. I love the Pauldrons, and I feel like that price is fair. I think they're one of the coolest items in the game, but people do not agree with me on that one. People either don't really care about it, or yeah, they do not like it at all. Gobble Snipe Box. I feel like it's fine, but yeah, we see it every year, so it's kind of boring to me. Divine Dragon, Volcanic Masquerade, Siamese Seraphim's Pods, 14,795. I feel like it's a decent price. I personally wouldn't really buy it because it's just a different color. I want like a whole new skin set. Like I'd rather buy one of the different animal versions, for example. But it's a good option. Seems like that's what people think as well. Standard color Ronin Gazas, kind of in the middle to lower. Divine Volcanic Cattails. I thought this was good. People love the cattails, dog tails, all of that stuff, the ears, that type of thing. And 2,880 energy. That's pretty cheap, to be honest, for these items. I thought that was pretty good, and yeah, I think people were happy with that. Gold Leafy Aura, pretty decent as well. I am kind of on that. Divine and Volcanic Halos, very reasonably priced. That's pretty much the market price, I think. So I think that's fair. Prismatic Pylons, 7560. People like these a lot. I don't like Prismatic Pylons. I feel like they're such a hard thing to build with, but seems like people are happy. This is pretty decent price. For a prismatic item, that's pretty good. And Hacked Aura. Surprised at how flat this is. I thought this was very cheap. From what I could tell, compared to merchant prices. I could be wrong though, but I thought this was good. Venom Aura, I also thought was pretty good. It's a very expensive aura normally. It was definitely cheaper. I guess people aren't too happy. I feel like this is too expensive still for a lot of people. Shadow Arrow Helm and Armor. People were really not happy with this. I thought it was cool because it wasn't released in the Arrow boxes. So it's kind of like a one-off set. You can't really access it anywhere else other than Supply Depot. So I thought that made sense as to why it was so expensive. But, you know, I guess people didn't like it. Hey, Ones, how you doing? Welcome. Good morning to you. Divine Volcanic Snow Hat and Down Puffer. People kind of mixed on this. I liked it. I thought it was expensive, but I do think that the Down Puffers were cool. Just the hats were pretty shit, I'm not gonna lie. The pom-pom hats are way better. That's the one that I got. Doing good, just woke up. Once in the chat. Pog. Good morning, where do you all live? It's night for me, but I know One's is like different. Oh, 2 a.m. Okay, that is not morning. Sprinkle Aura, 2005 energy. People are very happy with this. I'm very happy with this as well. I wish it was more like this. Like to be fair, it's not that great of an aura, but it's cool that you have an option if you don't have that much money and you just don't want to drop a lot. You've still got a decent change to splurge on something like this. But that's very cheap for an aura, I think. Standard color down puffers, 7895. It's so interesting looking at that compared to the Divine Volcanic. People were more okay with this price. It's 2,000 energy cheaper than the Volcanic Divine. I feel like I feel like this was fair. I don't think the hats were fair, but the puffers were. Divine and Volcanic Scarf, 3.5k E. People were pretty happy. I feel like these could be, to be honest, maybe even a little bit cheaper. I feel like scarves, they're very cool, but they're not like, it's not like wings level. All right, 3,005 energy is maybe fair. You should be asleep. What time is it for you, Costco? Standard color Valkyrie wings, 4,600 energy. People were very happy with this. I feel like, yeah, pretty standard. Divine Volcanic Tome of Range, 5,400 energy. People pretty happy, I would agree. Twinkle Aura, 6,480 energy. Are those good? I don't really know much about the Twinkle Aura. I thought it was more expensive back in the day. I don't know. Seems pretty nonchalant here. Same here, but West Coast Canada. 2 a.m. for you as well. Damn. Everybody's up late. Bestest Imp. Finished my account yesterday to have every achievement but Jumpstart. Hey, nice. Congrats. That's huge. But do you have the gambling achievements? There are hidden achievements in Spiral Knights where you have to gamble. I don't know if you know about those. Secret achievements. Divine and Volcanic Dragon Wings. people are very happy with these. I would agree with that. That's a pretty solid price. That's like the Valkyrie wings price almost. How much are those? 4,600. Yeah, and this is Divine Volcanic. That's pretty good. Exhaust pipes, not happy. Expensive for a shit item. I would agree. This is pretty. This should be priced like 2,000 energy, if even that. I feel like not many people like those. Volcanic spiral horns and divine. 3.3. I feel like this is pretty decent price. It was okay. Standard color. Actually, maybe not. Maybe this is expensive. I don't know. I never realized the cosmetic stock market was so deep. It is very, very deep. And legacy achievements. I mean, legacy achievements, you can't get those anymore. So, I don't think it's fair to be like, go get the legacy achievements. You literally can't. All right, volcanic and divine McTenners, 1,050 energy. I really like that they had this as an option. I do think it's expensive and not worth the price for the McTenners. I reckon they could probably go 750 energy or even less, 500 energy. Just because these items, like this is higher than you would sell on the auction house anyway, and it's just, people are not going to spend that much for it. But I think they need more items like this that are low cost listed on the supply depot. I think that's good. I think having a wider variety of options available to players is really important. You need something for the people who are poor, man. Come on, not just the rich people. Standard color mohawks, perfect. I thought this was great. 495 energy. Yes, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive. I think it's pretty decent. You have a set price. What is that? That's about 40k. That's not even expensive at all. That's pretty decent. I think having the availability to pick exactly what color mohawk you want, I feel like that's all right. Maybe it's a bit expensive. It could be a bit cheaper for a sale. Like flat 400 energy or 350. Unclean aura. People either really liked it or really didn't like that. That's funny. I don't know. I don't really care about Unclean Aura. Other legacy achievements on Steam, I don't know about that. The Mohawks are super nostalgic. I agree. As if that's such a PvP thing for you to say. That's like Mohawks are so lockdown era. All right. Do you agree with the sentiment? Cyber Monday is not only a sale but an event and should remain eventful throughout the day. Yes, I agree with that. Seems like people are skewed towards that, but it's about 80% towards yes. Almost 50% are a strong yes. Do you agree with the sentiment? Daily supply depot sales are fine, but there should be something more special about it on Cyber Monday. This is so weird to me because more people agree with this, which is heading in the direction of an event, but I don't know. I feel like these should be more similar, although they are pretty similar. It's fair enough. Okay, do you agree with the sentiment? Having featured auctions be the focus of Cyber Monday ruins the fun of the event. Having featured auctions be the focus of Cyber Monday ruins the fun of the event. Yes, I definitely agree with that. People, not as much as some of the other things, but generally, yes, they do agree. Which scheme of Cyber Monday do you prefer? I don't know why this is 1 to 5. I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't know how you read this. I feel like this is a mistaken chart maybe. Are you overall happy with the continued supply depot sales throughout the year? I feel like everyone's got to be yes, surely. Yes, they are good. It is a net good, but some of the items could be better, I think is what it says. And then I'm neutral to it. Neutral, really? No, I do not like it. Why did so many people not like it? I'm guessing these are merchants, actually. It is getting them out. Saltil Cronus and Divine Volcanic isn't everything. That's funny. Such a weird flex for an achievement anyways. Yeah, I gamble a lot. It is a weird flex, but it is very Spiral Knights centric, I would say. Given that unique variants are a gamble, lockboxes are a gamble. There's a lot of gambling in Spiral Knights, actually. The more I think about it, it's maybe not the best game for kids. Do you agree that Grey Havens needs a new community manager or some greater connection to the community? Big yes, jeez. Okay. I agree. I do feel like the Grey Haven mods, it really seems like they log in just to do their job, and that's pretty much it. And nothing is truer. You can notice on their Twitter, for example, the Spiral Knights Twitter, they will go through the Spiral Knights hashtags and they will like things and repost and comment on stuff when they make a post, which means they only do that when there's an event that's dropped and they make a Twitter post saying like, oh, the Halloween event is out. So then they'll log in to make that post and then they'll look at the tags. And that's the only time that they'll do it, which means that they're logging into their Twitter like once every month or 2 months. And it's kind of like that with a lot of things. It feels like the game's just put on the back burner until they have like a, you know, in a rotation job that they need to do where they log in. They're like, okay, yes, we have to do this. Let's log in and let's make sure that this is done. And then they log out. And that's like pretty much all the focus that they do. And that's kind of a bigger problem where it's a problem of like, this is clearly a decision that they're making, as in they are deciding that that's the energy that they want to put into Spiral Knights. Because you could make it a job requirement to be like, I'm going to log into Twitter, I'm going to log into Reddit, I'm going to log into Discord, I'm going to log into this every single day, check what's happening, collate some of the information. You could spend like 1 hour doing that, and that's not even that long, pretty easy, and there's your job. But it seems like they're not willing to allocate towards that. I'm saying not willing. It seems like they haven't allocated towards that, and they don't see the value in that. Which is a shame for us on our end. But I mean, you know, it is a game that's been around for 10, 11 years. I would say my biggest thing, to be honest, is I just think that Grey Havens needs new people to work on Spiral. Like, they just need new energy. I think that when you've worked in the same position, done the same thing, like being a community manager for a game after 10 years, you are going to get burnt out. You are not going to be that interested. And I feel like adding like one new person in adds like fresh blood, fresh energy to the thing. And they'll bring a bit of a, you know, an energy to the rest of the team. And I think that would really have a positive impact. That's like very armchair, like looking at it, you know, I have no clue what's actually going in Grey Havens, but to me, I feel like that would make a lot of sense. I think they could really benefit from like a new community person. Hello, Pixel Pig. I don't know if it's the new year in Australia yet with time zones and stuff. We have our new year earlier than you. Thank you very much, Pixel Pig. I think we're like one of the earliest people in the world. Happy New Year, Pixel Pig. I hope you're having a good year so far. Grey Havens, give us Super Brawl, please. Please! Grey Havens gives us Lockdown, where everyone has double pentas by default and a temporary... Yes! I don't understand. It should just be like flat gear. Let's make it a skill thing, not a who has better gear. Had to turn my monitor 180 degrees to watch his stream. Lol. You have to turn it upside down. All right. How would you recommend Grey Havens goes about communicating with the community? Let's see the biggest. 25.8%. Being more active, responsive. Yes. Joining the community Discord servers. Apparently they are in the Discord servers, because they said that they do see what's posted in the Discord servers, but they don't reply to us. They don't talk to us in there. I feel like Grey Havens is scared of the smoke. I feel like they don't talk to us because we have a lot of negative things to say, which is, you know, that's the reality of it. Hiring a part-timer from within the community is only at a 9%, which is interesting. So people mostly want Grey Havens just to be more active, responsive. All of the above has a sliver, it's probably about like 3-4%. Communicating with the community. The changes? I don't know what this one says. I don't remember. Grey Havens is business with no professional. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spiral Knights community. Uh-oh. Discord being used as an official means of communication from corporations should be punishable by death. I don't think it should be official, but I do think they should have like a presence in the Discord community. I feel like... I don't know. They don't need to. But I think... in their communication, I think it would be cool to be like, okay, here's like a screenshot of some Discord post or like something like that, or even maybe even doing like polls or like something like that in the Discords where you can interact directly with the community, because that is where the most of the community is. If we go back to the top, it was 85% of people like got to this form. Now, granted, that is specifically to this form, so it's not necessarily the community's all there, but the most active, I would say the active part of the community is in the Discord servers. So if you want to get feedback from people, it's probably through Discord. So I think they do need some form of presence. I don't know what the best way to be. I kind of agree. Like, I don't know about announcements and that type of thing. I feel like maybe Discord's not the best place. I don't not want to be scrolling down randomly on Imgur. Who knows what the fuck's going to show up? Holy shit, how did I scroll so far? Take me back, please. Okay. And I think we're done. that's it. We're finally done. Thank you to everyone who made it this far. I know this is a very lengthy form, but I highly appreciate you taking the time to answer this. I hope this form has also been of interest to you. I hope you guys enjoyed me reviewing it as a small token of my gratitude. And yes, shout out to Sylvian. Very, very cool that they did this. It's great to have someone, you know, invested in the community, and they really put it. This is a lot of effort, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one, making all these questions, coming with the questions, coming with the answers, responses that people can respond with, putting it together, and then putting it in a chart form as well. They've released it in various ways, and I've also seen Sylvian posting about it on the Discord, posting specific like images and that type of thing. I think it's really cool. This is like very handy. I feel like Grey Havens can also just look at this directly to see, you know, community feedback. I don't know if they will, but you know. Anyway. Very cool, very cool. Shout out Sylvian. Grey Havens hiring Discord gangsters and planting them in the 9 launch Discord report and code pods. No, no, no. Epilepsy attack. Was there an epilepsy somewhere? What did I do? From scrolling? Through Imgur? I don't think that's going to give you an epilepsy attack. Come on now. Alright, well, yeah, that's it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that segment. I'm going to go back to farming Vanajuk